Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Great and Powerful Zilla, and today I'm going to bring you a little World of Tanks video. Spoiler alert, I don't do very well. But the reason I'm doing this is because, lo and behold, yesterday I logged into World of Tanks, checked things out, and ba-boom, I ended up with this in my garage. This is the M18 Super Hellcat. Now, what was the Super Hellcat? Well, there was only one ever made, and what it was is it was a Hellcat that was retooled with the turret of the M36 Jackson, okay, with a 90 millimeter gun. All right, otherwise it's just a Hellcat. It's no different from anything else. So let's take a look at the tech tree right quick and in a hurry. And the Super Hellcat falls along tier 7. All right, so you have all these other tanks, the T-25 and whatnot. The actual Hellcat is one tier below, at tier 6. All right. Now the actual Hellcat has a 76.2 or 76 millimeter gun. All right. This Super Hellcat has a 90 millimeter gun, but it's one tier higher. Now, the other thing too is this thing is fast as grease lightning. It does 70 kilometers an hour cross country, so that can get you into trouble. The other thing that's going to get you into trouble on this tank is the armor. It's only 12 millimeters thick. All right. Now, the real Hellcat in real life had 14 millimeters of armor. This thing only has 12. All right. And on the turret, it has 76. Now, I can't explain this. It has 76 millimeters in the front and 127 in the back. I'm guessing that's because of this bustle back here. All right. Plus, that's a very small target to shoot at. All right, and it has 31 on the side. So to all intents and purposes, basically you don't really have any armor. It's an over-top tank destroyer. The M18 was used very successfully in World War II. It was the only, for a while, it was one of the only Allied vehicles to mount a gun capable, not probable, but capable of penetrating the frontal armor of a Panther. All right, probably not a Tiger, and probably not a Tiger 2. But still, it was a very successful U.S. vehicle. And it introduced torsion bar suspension, which followed U.S. tanks all the way up through the M60 series. All right. So what do you get? Well, when you log in, you get this tank, and you get a bunch of crates that have things that I don't quite understand, but they give you a bunch of blueprints. Now, these blueprints give you a discount on tanks. See that blue? That gives you a discount on buying that tank. So if I were to want to research the M41 Walker Bulldog, which I actually operated for a while in the United States Army, you could actually do that, okay, and get a discount on it. So I'm going to take this little bad boy into battle, and we're going to see what we can do. This is my first time taking it out, and it's been a long time since I have actually played World of Tanks. So we'll see what we can do. All right, and I'll talk to you then. Bye. Okay, we end up on Siegfried Line, and this is not a bad little map for a tank destroyer. And again, I'm just trying to figure out what this thing can actually do. One thing I can tell you with 100% certainty is it cannot survive. You can't get hit in this thing. You better play it like you're a paranoid schizophrenic squirrel, because it is just not going to trade punches with anything, even the lightest tank. 12 millimeters of protection. Remember, a 50 caliber bullet is 12.7 millimeters, so a 50 caliber round is bigger than the armor that you have on this vehicle. Just keep that in mind, okay? So we're going to move out. And I thought about going into the field initially and going up to these bushes and covering the field. But I saw that we had a couple of vehicles out there, and I was like, nah. So I'm going to let this leopard pass in front of me, but he stops and he backs off because I think he thinks I'm going to take up a position there. And no, I'm not going to take up a position there. I'm going to get between these buildings and get some protection. Now, there's a light tank out in the field, and there's a medium tank out there supporting them around that corner. Okay, so I know from experience that if I poke out here, I'm going to die. Because it's not going to take very much. I only have a small health pool. Yeah, I've got a big gun. It's kind of a glass cannon type thing. I'm going to just poke around this corner. I'm going to see what I can see. And what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to cover the corner of those buildings over there. You see that little red tank over there on the corner of that building that's taking a little bit of punishment right now? I'm trying to cover that corner right there. Anything that pokes around that corner is going to eat around. And then I'm going to back up immediately and run away. And that's what you have to do in a tank like this. I mean, really. Okay? But, yeah. Little sightseeing, a little bit of town, maybe go shopping. I don't know. What are you going to do? I honestly, it's been so long since I've played World of Tanks on a regular basis. I've been so involved with World of Warships with so many things coming out. Especially with the Christmas season, I want to start to get back into World of Tanks a little bit more because I just love the Christmas events that World of Tanks does. World of Warships is claiming that they're going to outdo World of Tanks this year. I'll believe it when I see it. World of Tanks does an excellent, excellent job with the Christmas season. Okay, so I get bored sitting there. I'm going to pop up. Oh, look, there's something crossing the field. I take a shot and miss, obviously. And I'm going to back up now. That's a mistake. I should not have backed up like that because instead of disappearing, I just gave him a better shot at me. But he didn't take a shot. So I'm going to pull up around this corner and artillery is going to take a shot at me. And if you're in artillery, shooting something like this is just golden because it's open top. You're going to do a lot of damage and you're going to stun the crew. This crew, by the way, doesn't even have one skill point. They're just starting out. And when I start on a new tank crew, you know, other people do things differently. I always start with repair. And I get their repair up and then I'll switch out and do concealment and things like that. Okay? And absolutely on this tank, you probably want to have the one with the light bulb. So I take a shot at another super Hellcat and I get obliterated by a Soviet tank. Okay? So that's it. That was the game. I hope you guys have fun with it. Just log in for their anniversary and you'll get this tank. Until next time, you guys be good to each other. Have a great day.